Hey everyone, this is Rachel from Nonessential Media, and you're listening to the Lifecast podcast. Just as a reminder, this is a teen-rated podcast, so if you are under the age of 13, do not listen. If you're over 13, stay tuned and enjoy! Welcome back to another episode of Lifecast. My name is Rachel, and today with me I have
Isaac.
And today is our Christmas special. We've decided to release this week's episode a day early, thus landing on Christmas, because we love Christmas. It's our favorite holiday, and we wanted to do something fun and joyous.
Who doesn't love Christmas?
I know, people that don't love Christmas, I'm like, why? What's wrong with you? It doesn't have to be your favorite holiday, but if you don't like Christmas, I just feel like there's something wrong. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It really
now
is.
You're just coming after everyone. I'm just kidding.
Okay, well, to me, Christmas is my favorite holiday, and it's not just Christmas the holiday, it's the leading up to it. That's the best.
Anticipation.
Yes, it's my absolute favorite. Watching Christmas movies, listening to Christmas music, drinking hot cocoa, all that stuff to me, I just absolutely love the Christmas lights, everything like that. And the fact that it's a holiday that a lot of people, like the majority of people, celebrate, so you just feel it in the atmosphere, I guess, that Christmas, and obviously everyone's out shopping, it's that time of year. And this is the time of year that people can be really mean, but there's also a lot of really good people too.
There's a lot of Karens out. And
yeah, watch out, guys. For all the retail workers, there's a lot of Karens.
Good luck.
Keep an eye out. But anyway, this is definitely my favorite time of year. And I've tried to be more giving this year. We've done a lot. Well, we did Secret Santa on Reddit. We did the Salvation Army pick a toy out for a child and got a toy for a 2-year-old, and because that's what this time of year is about. And so yeah. Anyway, we really have no plans for what this episode, as usual. I don't know why I say that every episode, because it's true. We were just gonna share some different Christmas stories, I guess we could, or talk about Christmas themed stuff. I'll start because there's something I'd like to share. It's my absolute favorite gift that I got as a child. I was 6 years old, and my parents, we filed for bankruptcy when I was young, and so when I was
way to get depressing right off
the bat. Well, because we didn't have a lot. My parents weren't able to afford a lot, so we always kind of got, I don't know, cheaper gifts, which is fine. When you're a kid, though, you're like, oh, I want what Susan, why did I choose Susan?
That sounds like a middle-aged woman named Karen.
Why did Sally get that gift and I didn't? You don't really understand money and how it works when you're younger. But I got a Barbie doll house, and it was one of my absolute favorite gifts ever. But we moved so often during that time that after that year, I don't think I ever played with it again because it was in storage, and then we lost storage, and so it was pretty sad, but that was my all-time favorite gift as a kid, and it was when I still believed in Santa, so I was like, oh my gosh, I was 6. Santa brought me this? That is something so magical that I think every kid should have the opportunity to experience, And it's with Chloe, I can't wait till she's older and have her write letters to Santa and do that, because it's so much fun, And when you're a kid, you have so much imagination, and I think that that's something special. And we grew up in a Christian family, and so we believed, obviously, we believed Christmas is about Jesus' birthday. We celebrate that. But there's so many people that I know that go to church or do different religions that refuse to let their kids believe in Santa or anything like that. And to me, I'm like, well, as long as you I don't know, still teach your kids your beliefs and what you believe in, Santa's not that bad. And there actually was a real Saint Nick, that went and gave gifts to children, so you're not totally lying to them. But I don't know, I just think every child should experience Santa because it's so magical.
It's kind of
I'm like a little kid right now.
But have you ever believed in the Easter Bunny? Be honest.
No, I've only ever believed in Santa and the Tooth Fairy. Those were the two things. The Tooth Fairy I hardcore believed in.
Remember that movie was it The Rock? Tooth Fairy?
Oh, yeah.
He's a hockey player?
Yeah. I do.
That's my favorite Christmas memory. I'm just kidding. It's not even Christmas.
Wait, did you ever believe in anything besides Santa? Did you believe in Santa?
I don't even think I did. I don't really have any recollection of me believing in Santa. It was just like, my parents got me gifts.
Yeah, maybe it's just because we ruined it for you when you were young.
Maybe. I didn't care. I don't care. It's cool. It's cool, though, to see it from our nephew's eyes, because they like, hardcore believe in it, and we just, like, keep
all of us. Well, that's
it.
because all of us are, like, want them to enjoy it, so, and they're still young, so it's fun to do. You know, when I found out Santa wasn't real, at some age you kind of start to understand, like, Santa's not real, you know, and it's okay, because at that point you're like, okay, you're getting older, it doesn't matter. And kids that don't, I feel like kids that didn't grow up knowing Santa, it's not like they feel like they missed out on anything. But from my perspective, as a child who did believe in Santa and still has memories from that, it is just so amazing, because it's like, oh my gosh, like, Santa got me this. This is super cool. You know, just the idea of it, I guess.
But also, how is he going to deliver to everyone's house?
Okay, I've seen a lot of movies in the last couple years where they've kind of explained in good ways how Santa could do it. So,
a lot of good writers out there.
Yeah. Y'all be really pushing it hardcore. They want kids to believe in Santa. They're making it really realistic.
Speaking of good...
If Santa's able to deliver presents in one night to children all over the world,
you're able to pass that test.
He can fit through a fireplace, or go through a window.
It kind of reminds me of, I don't know why I get this. Every time I think about him, like, being able to magically deliver to all the houses in the world, it makes me think of Peter Pan and, like, pixie dust. Like, how does he get down that chimney? Oh, they just, like, put pixie dust in it.
There's magical Christmas pixie dust.
Peter Pan's one of my favorite movies. I haven't seen it in a while, though.
I haven't seen Peter Pan in a long time. It is a good movie, though.
I don't really like the live action.
I wonder if it's on Disney Plus.
I think.
Why wouldn't it be? I'll have to check. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. That's actually a really good movie. Do you have a favorite memory or gift you got as a child for Christmas? Or... I have a funny story. So when I was younger, we did a lot of, like I said, we didn't have a lot of money, so we did a lot of family events at home, which was a lot of fun. Those are actually the memories that really stick with me. We would sew popcorn together and hang it on our tree, and one year we were sewing popcorn together, and our brother Derek sewed it to his pants, and then when we got up, but no one knew, and he didn't even know, and when we got up, because we used thread to thread it through the popcorn, so it would be pretty easy if you sewed it to your pants, to sew it to your pants and not know. So when we got up, all of us, because we sit in a row, when we got up to put it on the tree, it was just stuck to his pants, and he was so embarrassed. He got so upset, but it was funny for all of us.
One of my favorite memories, it happened pretty much every year that we had our cat Lila. Anytime we put up the tree, she would pee under it, and it was just the most amazing thing. And I remember...
Okay, the way you said that...
I remember one time picking her up while she was peeing. It was like a spout. It was the most disgusting.
Why?
But I'm, like, rushing her to the door, and you guys are all laughing, and there's just, like, pee all over the carpet.
Yeah, it would have been better to just let her pee in one central area than to, like, spread it around the house.
I just thought it was funny that we'd hear, like, a stream. Like it would be dead silent. We'd just hear, like, just literally pee. And we instantly go, hey! And then she'd, like, scurry. We're like, is she even done peeing?
And she'd poop under the tree, too. Every year, without fail. Poop and pee.
which makes me think of how
she never went in the house any other time besides when the Christmas tree was up.
It was like, oh my god, this is that time of the year. I gotta poop under the tree.
Yeah. And she was an outdoor cat, so she was always outside going to the bathroom. So the only time she'd ever go inside is when there was a Christmas tree. That's why it was weird for us. We're like, why?
That makes me think of moments. This is going to sound really disgusting, but me and Rachel would... Okay, occasionally Lila, our cat, would... Like, we'd wake up to, like, poop on the floor.
It wasn't Lila. It was, like, Nike or Boosh.
Or other cats. But we would call our dad. He's at work. Keep in mind, he's literally just at work, probably busy as fuck. And we're just like, hey, just so you know, one of the cats pooped, so
you're gonna need to clean it up when you get home. And he would literally come home and clean it up. Like, we would leave it there. Bad, I felt so bad. We were kids. We would just leave it there. Now we do it as a joke. Like, one of the cats pooped in the house not too long ago. And we called our dad. This was like last year. We're like, hey, Dad, you're going to have to come home. One of the cats pooped. He was so pissed. So pissed. At that point, he was like, you guys need to clean it up. And we were going to, but it was just like, okay, we got to tell Dad. So... yeah. Ew.
I just... to get on a more, like, lighter topic, I just love the feeling of, like, slowly watching the Christmas tree fill up with presents underneath. Like, it just looks so satisfying.
We can't do that now because George gets into them. So all of our presents are wrapped for the most part, but they're on, like, our kitchen table because if we put them on the ground, George will rip them apart. So... yeah,
our basset hound.
Yeah, so we keep them... away from him. But that was very exciting. Except sometimes the present would happen to have a little poop on it. Because Lila would poop on the side. And she wouldn't just poop once per year. It was like, if that tree was up once or twice a week.
No, it was like, that's where she went poop and pee for that month.
Like, why did we always put it up then? Why didn't we prepare, like, put some kind of, like, waterproof mat or something down? We just dealt with it. We just cleaned it up. So nasty.
She always found a way.
And cat poop and cat pee smells the worst. It is disgusting. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh.
There's also this time that our other cat, Boo, or Boosh, apparently he, like, squirted butthole juice in Rachel's face when she was walking by.
What?
Yeah. The star.
Okay, I remember the star. I don't remember my face getting butthole juice on it. I think that's something I would remember.
I remember you telling me, Bruce just squirted butthole juice in my face.
I probably told you that to, like, make you laugh, but I don't think he genuinely put butthole juice in my face. Anyway, we still have this, like, magnetic star thing. I actually don't know where it is right now.
I think we got rid of it.
It's somewhere around here.
I hope we got rid of it.
But Moosh, our cat, he got, like, we called it butthole juice because it's, like, juice that comes out of his butthole. He got it on this magnetic star. We would chase each other around with this.
I just want to know, like, literally, did he sit on it? Did someone, like, put it on his butthole?
I don't know.
Because it was, like, the pointed part of the star.
But we used to run around with it, chasing each other, like, we're gonna get you with the butthole juice. Okay, when you're a kid, the things you do are just, when you look back, you're like, why did I do that? That is so disgusting. But you don't think about that when you're a kid. Yeah. You're like, this is just so funny. And then you're like, then when you look back,
no,
you're
that's
like,
actually disgusting as fuck.
And you think about the fact, we talked about this before, that people watched you do some of those things. And now, what is their opinion of you? Will they always forever look at you as the person that chased your sibling around with the butthole juice star? Like, what did our parents think? Probably nothing. Per usual. They're used to it.
Another favorite memory of mine is waking up on Christmas and actually opening gifts on Christmas. Because our family now opens gifts on Christmas Eve. Or sometimes earlier. Like, nobody in our family can wait.
Okay, well, Blake and I, we opened our Christmas, like, our Christmas presents.
Before Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving, because we can't wait. Every year it happens. And then it's bad because then we end up, like, buying small gifts for each other to open. Money that we're not wanting to spend, we spend anyway so that we have gifts to open on Christmas. Something we need to work on, but I love giving gifts and seeing people's reactions. Anyway, continue on with what you're saying.
That was it. Like, just the feeling of it.
Yeah, and it's like early waking up at like 4 or 5 in the morning is the best. Except our dad was always so triggered. Because we'd be like, Dad, wake up. We want to open gifts. He'd be like, ah. Or you couldn't fall asleep at all that night. Sometimes we'd convince our parents to let us open them up on Christmas Eve.
How did
Our stockings were the best. We had pretty lit stockings every year. They were huge. Like, the stockings alone would take us like a half hour to open. Because we would all take turns. Or a stocking we could open at the same time, but when we did gifts, we'd have to take turns opening one gift.
That.
And it would start with, like, we'd either switch off from, like, the youngest or the oldest. And so we would all take turns opening presents throughout the years.
So, if anyone else has that, like, tradition of opening gifts in their family...
what are your traditions in general? I love hearing people's traditions because now that I have my own family, I want to start doing things like that with Chloe. I think it would be really fun.
But, like, let us know if anyone else had to wait to open a gift, wait for the next person. Like, our family had to do that, and I cannot, for the life of me, put on a face. Like... Even if I really like it, I still feel like I have to act. You know?
Yeah, you have to act more excited. I'm the same way, and I always do that. So if anyone ever gives me a gift, keep
Rachel's
in mind,
like, oh my
I'm like,
God.
well, Blake got me a Chromebook, which is exactly what I wanted, and I was very happy with that. Like, that was a genuine reaction that he got out of me, but when someone gets me something and I'm just like, oh, it's either something I never asked for or would have thought to get myself. Not saying I don't like it, it's just not something I was expecting. Or it is something I really wanted. I'm just like, yeah, you have to pretend like you like it more than you do for some reason.
It's like, it's not, you feel like your reaction is not enough, you know?
Yeah, you want to know why Isaac feels that way? Let me just give you guys a little background story on Isaac on his birthday one year. Well, first, let me say that his birthday is 2 weeks before Christmas, so it's still near Christmas. Anyway, so this was probably, like, what, year 15? Years old?
Yeah.
Like, around there. So it was years ago. But he was hardcore into art, and he was wanting to get into, like, digital art, and they had these drawing tablets at the time that you connect to your computer and draw and whatever. And there's this really nice one that I knew that he had saw other people use, and so I was like, oh my gosh, he would love this. So I tell my parents, and it's $100, and my parents, like, I think I was working at the time, babysitting or something. I was making some kind of money to where I could contribute to it, but it was still, like, $100 was still a lot for my family at that time, so my parents went in halfsies with me, and that's what we got him for his birthday, was this really nice fancy drawing tablet. Anyway, on his birthday, he opens it up, he looks at it, and he just goes like, this isn't what I wanted. He's like, I wanted AQ Dub membership.
Okay.
Adventure Quest Worlds. This is the game we talked about our last episode. He was so pissed that we got him this really nice drawing tablet and not stuff from Adventure Quest Worlds.
Okay, but
so
keep
Adventure
in
Quest
mind,
Worlds, if you're listening to this, you got a hardcore fan.
Keep in mind, my only experience with digital art is literally MS Paint, and I still even did MS Paint for, like, what, 2 or 3 years after that, you know? So, I'm already thinking, like, oh, we'll never get to that level of, like, a drawing tablet. I don't even know how to use it, you know? I'm 15, or I think it was, like, 14, actually. I'm not saying that that's an excuse for how I reacted, but...
I just can't express to you how bad this reaction was, though. I don't want to make Isaac... I
still feel so bad for that.
He feels bad about it, and I know he does, like, genuinely, so I don't want to make him feel worse, but it was a pretty messed up reaction. I don't think I've ever seen anyone respond that way.
Literally slaved to save money.
I think he pretty much, like, got up and was yelled at us and walked in his room and, like, slammed the doors. That...
I don't remember doing that.
You got up and walked away, though. Because it started a fight. You remember? Like, you were so upset.
I don't remember
and
this.
We were all like, Isaac, that's not a polite way to respond. We're like, we just got you this. And you were like...
Wow. I still have it to this day.
I know. You should.
What's sad is I used my, like, $80 one over that one. And that one's even nicer than...
Is it nicer, though? Because that's when tablets were really popular. Had just really, come out for people to buy. So I feel like that one probably is better quality. Because you bought it later.
Maybe.
But either way, it was a nice tablet.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, imagine... Like, yeah, I'm so into art, but, like, that's a huge step forward. You know?
I know. That's why we were like, oh my gosh, he's going to love this. It's going to expand his abilities. And you're like, fuck you. Fuck your mom. Fuck your dad.
I
I
don't know
know
why
you
I
are.
acted that way. That's like the only time I've ever been so...
It is the only way. That's the only time I've ever seen you do anything like that. That's why it made us feel bad because we're like, wow, did we really mess up that bad? Like, did we really get him that bad of a gift?
Art is the only...
And then it made mom and dad look at me like, you told us he was gonna love this. And so I was like, but now mom and dad are mad at me because I didn't get the right gift.
Art is the only thing that's kind of always been in my life, like the only thing that I've liked, you know? Mm-hmm. And that I've pursued for like my whole life pretty much. So when it comes to specific things, I feel like I know what I want and what I don't want from it. So in that case, I just didn't know at the time how to take it, if that makes sense.
I can relate because I'm a control freak. I've been trying to work on it for the past few years because I can get super, super controlling. And I'm one of those people that I get to the point where it's like, I always think I can do something better, you know? And so I'm kind of prideful in that way, and I hate that about me, so I've been trying to change it. But the past few years, like the first Christmas Blake and I spent together, we'd been together for 6 months, and he got me this really nice foot bath. And I looked at it and I was like, I don't want this. Like, why would I want this kind of thing? I mean, I wasn't like bad. I wasn't mean, but I took it and returned it with him. And I feel so bad because he still remembers it.
Bad.
Exactly. And I feel so bad about it. And it's because of my controlling nature that I was like, I won't ever use this. And I had to, like, now I'm to a point where if someone gets me something that A, I don't like, or B, won't use, I'm not going to say anything. Because here's the thing is they took time out of their day to get that for me, and they thought that I'd really like it. And at the end of the day, I might just like it if I tried it. But I have had to really train myself to be like that and respond that way because I used to be so bad with gifts. So bad.
I think it's because you're more of a giving person. I've never seen anyone give you a gift and you were like over the moon. And it's not because you're like a bad person or you want to be mean or anything like that. I think it's just because you don't really like getting gifts, but you love giving them.
Yeah, that's true. I am a huge giver. Like, giving gifts to me is way more fulfilling than getting a gift any day. Any day. I absolutely love it, especially when you get something they're going to like. Like Isaac for his birthday got him a Wii U, and I knew it's something that he's liked and he would enjoy, but I gave it to him early because I couldn't wait because I was like, oh, I want to see his reaction. And you like it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you
all
have
I do
to
is
say that. I'm just kidding.
all I do is play Zelda on it, but like, or Wind Waker, but that's amazing. Like, Wii U is outdated by like 5 years now, but
you can play Wind Waker.
Yeah, as long as I can play Wind Waker, it's perfect.
It's just stuff like that, like getting people things, or I pay attention to the little things people say, so when someone makes a comment about something, or like, oh, this would be really helpful, or this would be nice, I remember those things, and then buy stuff, I guess, for them later on. Or like if someone likes something and they see something that makes me think of them, then I do that. But it's a lot more fulfilling than getting gifts, that's for sure. I mean, I still like getting gifts, don't get me wrong, but giving gifts is definitely very, very fun. Well, this is going to be the end of our Christmas episode. We hope that you guys enjoyed it and are having a great holiday season.
Yeah, and we hope you guys get like all the gifts that you wanted or all the things that you wanted from this year.
Yeah, for sure. Let us know what was on your wish list this year. What did you get? What did you not get, or that you still want? Because we'd love to hear.
Yeah. Anyways, Merry Christmas. I am Isaac.
I'm Rachel, and have an amazing holiday season.
Bye.
Bye. Hey everyone, it's Rachel again from Nonessential Media. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. It was so much fun putting it together for you guys. As always, feel free to reach out to us on social media. You can find us on YouTube by searching Nonessential Media, on Twitter at NonessentialM, and on Facebook and Instagram by searching Nonessential Media. You can also find us on our website at nonessentialmedia.com, and on there we have some info about our creators and other podcasts like Beach City Crows, We the Fandom, and Zeros of the Tabletop. Thank you guys so much for listening. We love you.